additional gun laws. Is it an incremental step to the loss of all gun privileges? Is that a concern? Should people be concerned, or is it really not an issue?
Well, it is really an issue. The term in the Second Amendment is "shall not be infringed," because the framers of our nation knew their history. And we all know those who do not know their history are doomed to repeat its mistakes. And we're dooming ourselves to repeat the mistakes of our history. You know, I find it ironic that the argument on the other side of the table is that we have this fear of government and we're built all on fear of this and fear of that. And yet the entire impetus for this Gun Control Act has to do that we have to save our babies. You see, the emotional argument is still there the same. More children die by accidental poisoning than they do by accidental firearms. And I also find it ironic that the other side of the table wants to increase laws in order to create a more orderly society when they can't even follow the rules of the debate and wait until they're called upon. So if rules keep law and order for law-abiding citizens, then we should be having no problem having a reasonable discussion about what's going on here. Now, history, as this man has lived through history, proves that the tendency of a central government is to become tyrannical, which is why our Constitution created the federal government in a limited and defined capacity. George Mason said that when the resolution of enslaving America was formed in Great Britain, the British Parliament was advised by an artful man who was governor of Pennsylvania to disarm the people, that it was the best and most effectual way to enslave them. But they should not do it openly, but weaken them and let them sink gradually. That's precisely why the Second Amendment says, shall not be infringed, so you cannot be weakened and sink gradually. Now, you had asked, where are the evidences of an overreaching federal government? And I saw the mention of the fact that the Department of Justice has said that they believe that the President of the United States is authorized in ordering the killing of U.S. citizens on U.S. soil by drones. That is not a lie. That is an actual written statement by Eric Holder from the Department of Justice, and you can go read it. You can actually read the Department of Justice white paper, which says that the Department of Justice has rationalized in some quasi-legal 16-page paper that they not only have the ability to assassinate U.S. citizens anywhere on the globe, they have the ability to do that, and in their very own words, without any evidence whatsoever, and that they can do that, and the courts have no jurisdiction to tell them they can't. So if the federal government can assassinate its own citizens with no evidence, these are not my words, go read the paper yourself, and they can do it anywhere, then what are you going to do? And the assault and the assassination doesn't have to be on the battlefield. These are people that are completely removed and engaged in no activity whatsoever. So if you have a federal government who thinks that they can do that sometime in the future, what will be the limitation of them doing that to you tomorrow?
Okay, KrisAnne, I want to leave it there for a moment because I want to go back to our social media.